moving right along, adding a roof. Okay, so it says change to the ground floor view. Is that right? Architecture, roof footprint. Yes, in fact, it should be on the roof should be on the level 1. In fact, not ground floor. But it is a good exercise. I always go to ground floor quite accidentally, and it does tell me, "You sure you want to put it on ground floor?" No, I don't. So doesn't matter if you go to the level 1. He won't ask you that question. That's all. Duplicate an existing roof and create this type here, which is generic 180. All right. So that's easy to do. We're going to do a bit more of that when we get to structural. We're going to go more detailed. All right, so that's the sort of thing we need to do with the roof. All right, there's a gable on the north. On the eastern view. Gable is basically a roof that looks like that, and over here is that's a hip roof. All right. So let's go and do that now. Let's jump over to here. Go to roof, the architecture, roof by footprint. Click that. It says, "You sure you want to do it on ground floor?" No, I want to do it on level 1. Yes. Here it is. Generic roof. Edit the type. Duplicate, and call it. What are we going to call it? Generic 180. Okay, 180, and get rid of the 2 on the end. Go OK. Edit, and change that to 180, and go OK. All right, what else do we have to do? Oh no, we don't. We don't do that. We're actually going to put a few layers. Sorry, we're actually going to break it up. So we're going to, I just rushed through it. 180 is the overall. What we're going to do is actually follow this here. That there, and just set it up so that we actually have a roof covering, which is 20 millimeters. We have our membrane in between, which is basically what's sometimes called sarking in commercial, and then we have our battens, 70 millimeters, the timber. Then we have another membrane. So that will be the sarking, I think. I'm not sure what that one is. And then, that there. Then we have the structure, which is by category. All right, that will do. Doesn't matter, as long as we get 180 in the end. So that totals to 180. So let's do that. Okay, I'll show you how to do that. Basically, that's your structure. That'll be 90, not 180. And then we're going to insert a new layer. All right, we insert it. It goes there, but it should be moved up. It should be above. So basically, this is the whatever's in here between the. And I'll just stretch this out between the boundaries there. That's the core. So basically, this is the bit that does all the work, that carries the weight. Anything above that is just there to help with the roof structure. So this is going to be a vapor retention thing, so it's some sort of waterproofing thing. So we click there, and then the way I did it, I clicked in there, then it gave me the dots, and I clicked on the dots, and then I want to put something called vapor. So I'll just start typing vapor, and vapor will come up. All right, vapor retainer, click that, and go OK. And then we go to, now that's this is not structure, so this is a membrane, so we've got to change that to membrane layer. There you go. So it changes that. It has 0 thickness, and we'll go insert above, or we insert it above anyway. And this one is going to be structure of some sort. That should be structure 2 in theory. Is it structure? Where are we? Structure 1. That's only for structure 1. All right, so let's go to that, and that's timber again. So the category of that is timber. In fact, I don't know why the other one is not timber, but we should make that one timber as well. So that's timber. Okay, that. And I think that this one should be timber as well. It's not in the book, but I mean it is timber. So All right, so that's timber. That's going to be 70. And then we'll insert again, and this one's going to be membrane, is it? That's going to be roofing. Thermal air. I don't think this one is in there. Let's change it again. All right, because in the example it says that it's no, it's a membrane. What am I doing? So it's a membrane. It is a membrane. I don't know what I'm doing. Not about me. All right, so that's that. Then we'll go insert again, and we're going to put in another timber. Okay, that. And that's here's a roofing EP. That's what that is. Roofing. It's a membrane. That one there. Okay. Yeah, just have to check that they're all right. That's done. That's done. That's done. And this is that's not timber. That one there is a finish. This one's a finish. Finish. Which finish is it, do you think? We've got finish 4 there. And it's not timber at all. Am I with it? That's the question. Metal. Okay, metal. There you go. It's metal. So it's like corrugated iron and such. Okay, so there's metal. Okay, that. Good. That's 20 millimeters roughly. Just making it up. And go okay. Just the idea of knowing how to do this roughly. So okay there. So that's how our roof looks like. It's got like that 90, the 70, and the 20, and that's 180 overall. Finally. All right. So now we're ready, in theory, to draw our roof. Now, important here. All right. So basically, what we need to do here, according to our instructions on page 11. This page 11, we've got to do this. So we're here. This very important. Defines the slope, 760, and extend to wall core. Why is it 760 and not 600? In fact, what we want to end up with is 600 overhang from the outside face of the wall there to the overhang. 760 goes to 600 plus 110 for the brick plus 50. So in fact, is 160. So it's 600 plus 160. It goes. It's measured from there. That's because our roof structurally is pitched from the internal timber frame, top plate. All right, so that's a pitching point, and that's where structurally it's measured. So we have to allow for that extra 160 in there. All right, so let's do that now. So that's 760, and then tick that. That's already ticked, so we're all good to go. And then we're going to select this one here, this button there, pick walls, boundary. All right, so basically, all right, we'll just do that. What if we do tab? Does it work? Tab, yes, click, perfect. Now, here you can change, if you remember to do it now, you can change all of them to 22.5 degrees. Otherwise, you have to click on each line and change it afterwards. No big deal. 22.5. That's done. Hopefully, apply. Sorry, now it's done. There you go. It says 22.5. Okay, so let's just check that they're all done. Actually, always double checking. Escape that. Escape a couple of times. Yeah, all 22.5. That's all good by the look of it. All right. So that's good. It is a generic 180 roof. What else do we need to do? Really, I think we're pretty much done, except for we need to have a gable end. And I'll just show you what we've done up to now. We've got tick, and I'll go to the here. We've just got a hip roof, but really over this side we need to have a gable end according to the instructions. On the following page, we need to have, have it like that sort of thing. All right, so Let's close that. Tick. Alright, so that's what we want to do. So we've got to go back and do it. How do we do it? Alright, could have done it there and then, but you can do it from here, from the 3D if you want. You can just click on the roof, probably the easiest way, and go edit footprint. And then just click on this line here, which is the side we need, and say that this one here actually does not define slope. Just tick that off, and then go tick. So we've got the gable happening. Alright, so now I need to move the wall up to the gable. Alright, that's instruction 8 on that same page. So for that I have to escape and click on the wall. Then these buttons will be presented, and you say attach top base, so you click that, then you click the roof. Oh, sorry, I moved the mouse. So that's, and then escape. There it is, there. So that's done. There's a step that we often miss on the following instruction there. It says here, so we've done that bit. If you have not created your roof on the ceiling level, highlight the roof in 3D and change base to ceiling level. Okay, well it says ceiling level, but in fact our ceiling level is actually level 1. You can rename it. I think at the end of it, when we print it off, oh no, it still says level 1. Yeah, our ceiling level is actually level 1. So you can call it anything you like. So, you know, if this roof for some reason is on the ground, you can click on it and say, you know, if the roof was sitting down on the ground floor, which is possible, it will carry on now if I did that. Oh no, I didn't. You did cut the wall though. You can just highlight it and just say send it back up to level 1. Okay, so that's a way of fixing it. All right, just showing you just in case you've done something different, you know. All right, so now, yeah, I did. Yeah, my roof is actually sitting on level 1, but we could rename this, but it's not in the instructions. But if you want it to, like if I go to the south elevation here, it's, and that says level 1, you could call it ceiling level. It's not too hard. Just click on here and just rename that to ceiling, for example. Ceiling, there you go. All right, would you like to, this is a bit of an extra thing here, would you like to rename the corresponding views to ceiling? All right. Now don't forget we've got ceiling plans and ceiling levels. I could say yes or I could say no. And usually you'd say yes, but I'm going to go with a no this time, because all I want really is when I'm printing this thing to actually have the word ceiling there other than level 1. So now your instructions, and this is, as I said, is a bit of an extra, but this sort of, I could have renamed this, the actual level ceiling level as well, but I didn't. This is only if you wanted to, your drawing when you finish printing it, instead of saying level 1 there, saying ceiling there. Okay, that's all. I just did it for that. That's the only reason. This is all. You can do anything you like, really. It's just a bit of an extra there. So you could call it that, but level 1's fine as well. Okay. All right. So that's that. So that instruction there, where it says ceiling level 1, it's assuming that you renamed this thing here to be called ceiling level 1 as well. Ceiling level, sorry. All right. We won't do that though. So that's that. Now let's have a look at this section. All right. Let's have a look at this section I was talking about before. Here. See what happens here? Like here we moved this thing down 110 because it's cleared that member there, and it's pitching right from that corner there. Now it was assumed that it would be a truss roof initially when the designer was designing this thing. Therefore the pitching point is there. Otherwise it would be bird's mouth. That's the terminology in building design, over the top plate of this. But that's a bit of construction. We're not really here to teach you that in this class. All right. So that's the pitching point there. All right, so that's, we'll just keep going. What does it say here? Oh, let's just show this thing here. What if you, let's go to page 12. Cover page, okay, here, this bit here. It says, all right. Oh, that's not right. Page, that's 13. All right, so page 12, it says here, if your pitching point is not like this one here, in this section, then you must have forgotten to tick that extend thing, all right, when sketching the roof. This can be fixed, but you have to edit the roof footprint and click on each of the line and make sure that you tick that little extend to core. So you could do it either from the top or you could do it from the properties. So basically, for those of you that did stuff it up, you have to, so let's go to level 1. You can see the roof here. You can go edit footprint, and you can go to each one of these and go extend to wall core here, or you can do it there. It doesn't matter. It's 2 different ways you can do it. All right. All right. Good. I'll just cancel that because mine's right. Okay. So the next thing is to add the fascia and the gutter and all that sort of stuff. There's a bit of a technique to that, and I'll stop that for now, and we'll continue on.